Welcome, I'm Bastet. I'll be running your operation. The project's official name is the Adventurers' Research of Abnormal Civilian Experiences, or Project Arrowace for short, to investigate the unusual occurrences that have been happening everywhere recently. I've hired you all for your hands-on experiences.
I'm gonna be honest, I think we should run.
I don't know, I'm not a wizard in real life.
Tentacles belong in the ocean!
I also lost all my food, so Delphi, in a few hours you might start looking really delicious.
Okay. You can't just kind of hand wave and say, oh yes, it's clearly from another plane of reality, without that implying a lot about a very powerful wizard doing it, or a university of powerful wizards doing it, or a god doing it.
It lets us know that when these other anomalies have been happening, it's potentially due to the use of temporal or spatial magic.
Who are you? I saw you in some kind of dream, but I think there's more to it than that. We need to talk.
I can't tell you exactly why I did all the things I did, but I did them. Okay?
Can everyone please roll for initiative?
Oh, I nearly cussed so hard.
Okay, so we left off with Toz just trying to open this letter without breaking the seal, basically. Can you roll me, I guess a sleight of hand check?
Oh god, I'm not very dexterous, Ali.
No, I know, but like, I think it takes a certain amount of skill to make a letter look like it hasn't been tampered with.
Is Delphi here for this?
Yes.
Okay, can Delphi,
she can pass bending.
Stop them for a second and go like, okay, rather than you trying to do this, maybe we should use magic.
Oh yeah, can you cast knock on the letter?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Can I cast knock on the letter?
Yes, okay, I'm gonna say that this is like a deeply suspicious thing to do, because an enormous knocking sound echoes out from the space in which you do this. So this is the least subtle way of opening a letter in, I think, the history of time.
Maybe, wait, is there another thing that I can do? What's my other spells? I banish the letter, but not the contents of the letter.
No! Let's stick with knock.
I think no one's here to receive the package. We could just say we were practicing spells or whatever.
That's true.
I'll cast knock, yeah.
You cast knock. Tor can probably come in at this point as well.
Gets hit by a massive booming sound.
Yeah, gets just like knocked backwards by a sound wave. Yeah, you're able to open up the letter. It's a letter from Morgan to your uncle. It looks to be responding to some kind of previous correspondence.
That's weird.
It is a bit of a chronicle of some things that you have been doing recently as part of Project Arrowace. There are some things that she notably hasn't volunteered, like she would not message. She hasn't said anything about Iona at all.
Good.
And she hasn't said anything specifically about Raina coming forward in time. What have you shared with your uncle so far?
So I basically told him everything apart from those two facts. And I also didn't go into great detail about Lyra Opulence's death, we'll call it. And my mother being, like, trapped. I think partly because she, doesn't want to look like she's being sloppy, and also partly because, like, her mother being trapped in that machine is kind of grounds for war in her eyes.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't want that to happen.
Yeah. Morgan has volunteered essentially similar information that you have. She appears to be referring back to some kind of question. Like, it's not 100% clear what it is she is referring to. She mentions something about time magic effect on the mind, and that her research thus far hasn't concluded anything about that.
Okay. Weird that they're writing letters to one another and not talking to me about it, but okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we can ask Morgan about it when we see her. I'm gonna seal up the envelope and then kind of like drop it near where, we would keep the letters, basically.
Awesome. What would you guys like to do now?
Has Tor arrived?
Yeah, and Agriana is in tow. Can you describe what Agriana looks like for us?
Yeah, she is also Loxodon. She's older. Well, Tor and Toz are both grey. She's more sort of brown-like in colour. She looks maybe a couple of years older than you, Toz, so maybe like 25 or something. She's taller than both Toz and Tor. Has smaller ears, or they've got bigger ears. I guess she's maybe, using real-world comparisons, more like an Indian elephant than an African elephant, I guess, is what you'd say. She's dressed fairly simply in combat gear, so chainmail, but it's been kind of cut off at the shoulders, so she's just wearing like a chainmail tank top, basically.
Yeah.
And has got a large sort of two-handed axe strapped to her back.
I will approach them and bow to her. Oh, pleasure to meet you. I'm assuming you're my brother's friend, second?
Yes, you must be Tozia, right?
That's my name, don't wear it out.
Toz.
How do you two know each other?
We're in the same club.
Oh, how much do I know about this?
Nothing.
Like nothing? And I'm like, oh, what?
Nothing.
What kind of club?
We read a lot and we compare notes on what we've read.
Oh, what are you reading right now? Any good mystery novels?
It's a story of failure and redemption.
You're being really cryptic and weird. Do you always find him this cryptic and weird
Have you
to
met
Adriana?
a 16-year-old boy?
I
A 16-year-old male boy.
I use my trunk to like whack him around the back of the head. I'm sorry, I hope he's not too annoying for you.
Oh no, not at all. We really appreciate him in the club. He's probably the star pupil,
That sounds like Tor. Look, I'm really sorry about this, and I hope you know that I think of it as an honor to be able to fight you, and everything that happens in the arena is done with the highest respect.
Sure, yeah, I'm just excited to hit stuff, to be honest. This sounds like it's going to be fun.
I know, I'm excited. I just don't want, some people, they get upset when you hit them in the face.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Are we sparring? What's the situation?
Yeah, so, I'm sure you understand as well that I find this all a little strange and out of keeping with tradition. In nothing I've read has there ever been any kind of practice. And obviously, I don't know if you have siblings, I'm not keen to hurt my little brother. So, I was actually thinking we could go...
It's okay, we've got healers in today. It's alright.
But I think we should go talk to Meg about this.
Why?
Who's Meg?
Sorry, Lord Megan.
Oh, as in the Lord of Knowledge?
Yeah.
Oh, of course you guys are pally, because you're upper class and all that.
Well, we're not pally, but she's like an aunt, kind of. But I think, it's weird that this is happening, and her job is to know stuff. So, maybe she's worth talking to. You're absolutely welcome to join us. Was it Adriana? Sorry?
Agriana.
Agriana, of course, my apologies.
With a G.
I do think it's useful if we just see what our limits are and...
Okay, but then we'll, go. What should we call it? 5 or 6 rounds?
Sure.
Okay. Delphi, you ready?
For what?
We're gonna practice hit each other in the face. For fun.
Maybe not in the face.
Not in the face. Well, that's the moneymaker.
For me, maybe.
Hey, I believe I might get arrested.
Yeah. Does that sound good to you? You don't have to participate if you don't want to.
Why not?
Cool. I'm gonna kind of wave over to make sure we have some healers on standby if anything goes horribly wrong.
Cool.
Yeah, let's do a couple rounds.
So how do you want to do this? Just like a round of initiative? Or do you want to just kind of talk through what you're planning on doing?
I think since Agriana doesn't have a sheet, maybe just talking through would be best.
Yeah.
Awesome. As you kind of face off against each other, Agriana twirls her axe in her hand, and straight off the bat, almost like as soon as the whistle blows, she is just like hurled at you, Toz.
Cool. I am going to, for the first time, I can't believe this is not happening in actual combat, for the first time, she's going to go into a rage.
Nice.
Yeah, enjoy your narrative rage, Lisa.
I mean, Tozia's literally like, oh, so my brother's found a slightly older, better-looking, nicer version of me. I'm going to kill her.
Yep.
She's furious. Yeah, so she's going to go into her rage, and she's going to immediately, like, hit her action surge as well.
Oh my god.
And reckless attack, and just kind of, like, going all for it. Because she's like, I don't really want to hit my brother. This girl I will knock down.
I said nothing about her physical appearance, and you went straight to better looking, which
Do you want to do...
tells me a lot about how your mind works.
Do you want to do, like, a strength rollies?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
What's your modifier?
+4.
Okay.
Good lord, I'm rolling like actual trash. That's a 10.
She rolled an 18.
Narratively good for Tozia to absolutely want this, to be fair.
So, yeah, as you're like sparring, you sort of clash. There's a moment where there's like that friction where you're both kind of like holding on, and then she maneuvers and twists your arm and disarms you.
Good job.
That was easier than I expected.
Show her the thing with the shield. So she's got like a double-headed axe, and one of the heads can turn into a shield, so she can go in between two handing and then one hand and shield.
Oh, that's
It's really cool.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
Delphi and Tor, what are you doing while this is happening?
Tor would probably watch it and then sort of slightly awkwardly turns to Delphi, and he's been using this stick as like a walking stick, and he sort of picks it up as it slightly unsteadily settles back into like a kind of just really half-heartedly jabs at Delphi with like the end of the stick.
Is this the staff?
It is, but he's not
Nice.
activated any of the properties.
No, so it just looks like an old, dark wooden staff.
Delphi casts detect magic. Is it an old look? Is it just a wooden stick?
No.
You get to know the school, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that it's magical.
Well, yeah, yes, it is magical.
Let's
Surprise.
just see what magic it uses real quick.
Yeah, it'll be evocation.
Evocation. Yes, it is. Evocation. Evocation magic. Oh, and actually a little bit of just very trace amounts of some, like a kind of a mixture of chronomancy and enchantment. Just kind of vibing on it.
Oh.
What are your secrets, Byford?
Okay. When after you do a couple of jabs and Delphi's like, she's not really even dodging, she's just not getting hit that hard or anything. Yeah. She goes, do you want to show me what that staff can actually do?
I like to keep some surprises, but I guess it can do this, and sort of jabs it again and just casts Guiding Bolt out of the end of it. This silhouette of a flaming arrow leaps out of the end of the staff, sort of towards Delphi.
Okay.
And what does the staff look like while you're doing this?
Still looks like the same staff. It's not. This isn't its final form yet.
Oh.
But there's sort of slight veins just coming from the tip of it and running slightly further along that are kind of fading fiery light, a bit like like cooling lava or something.
Fun. I think this entire time Delphi hasn't had her staff out, and then and then takes out the crystal and pulls it into the full star, mostly as a display of what her secrets are. Yeah, I'm trying to think if she can do anything that's not too dangerous.
Banish!
Yeah, banish. I mean, that's what I was considering doing in the fight, just being like, cool, banish. Yeah. Let's.
I think that would be really funny.
You're like, she wants him out of trouble. This will keep him out of trouble.
Yeah. This is the perfect solution. And then it's only the only slight problem of the entire city thinks I've just instantaneously killed someone. I think Delphi goes to attack them like she would do, but she's trying not to hurt him, and in doing so, she is awful. Like, cannot hit to save her life. Like, she is attempting to use this weapon, and it's like you've just given it to a straight up beginner who'd never even touched it before.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. We get whomped.
You get whomped. You get whomped big time. I think also, Delphi, as you are fighting, you get kind of this image suddenly in your head. You see the staff, and you see an older Loxodon man holding the staff. Actually, you can't tell his age. He's got a golden mask on. You see the staff. There are several people standing around it. It's being soaked in shadows, and there's this kind of light, like a sunset, casting over this entire staff, but it looks like it's sunset in liquid form. Almost like blood, and as it's kind of drenched in this blood, the staff lights up and the golden mask lights up as well, and then you shake that off and sort of stumble back into your reality, and your left arm aches real bad.
Not obvious behaviour. Does Delphi
Cool.
see you looking like physically in pain or whatever?
Oh, I'm sure I am.
I think she probably stumbles back, but it kind of is alongside the just terrible fighting that she's doing, so I don't know if it necessarily looks too out of place.
Yeah, it probably looks like she's just taking the hits harder than maybe she would be. Like, if you knew Delphi really well, you might be able to tell. But I don't think even Toz knows her this well yet.
Yeah, Toz is... She's kind of she's furious at the moment and trying her best to be a really good loser.
Yeah.
So when she sees Delphi kind of struggling, she's like, well, that seems to be enough for this morning. Good job, guys. Obviously, Delphi and I were used to fighting in sort of a bigger group. But I do think that we should probably go and talk. I think we should go and talk to Meg. And we can see Dad and see if he knows anything about this as well.
Sure, okay.
Good job, good game, friend. Claps Agriana on the arm, squeezing.
Agriana?
Yeah, I said Agriana.
Okay.
Squeezing. Toz calls her the wrong name on purpose.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Squeezing her a little, and then is kind of links arms with Tor to kind of frog march him away.
Tor slips his arm out of Toz's and high fives Agriana.
Oh god! Yeah, Agriana returns the high five. She kind of says under her breath, "Good going, kid. For the setting sun, eh?"
For the setting sun. And he smiles back at her.
Yeah, and then she waves at Toz and she was like, "Yeah, good game, kid. You're a feisty one, that's for sure. I'm gonna go pick my kids up, but I'll see you guys later."
Oh, you have children! Wow, I really couldn't tell. You look so young.
Oh, thank you. Well, I am still quite young. I guess I've got that nurturing instinct, you know? I guess I was ready and mature.
She's really good at looking after people. You should see her with her girls.
Tuz like snaps an arrow in her grip.
Where did you get the arrow from?
I have a crossbow.
You picked up an arrow just to snap it?
I've got a crossbow. I have weaponry everywhere.
Amazing.
I'm Eiriol, I'm like Roger Rabbit. If it's funny for me to have it on me, I have it on me.
Awesome. Agriana leaves you, and then the three of you are
Yeah.
gonna go to the Lord of Knowledge, is that right?
Yeah.
Sure.
You know exactly how to push my buttons. I'm furious.
Tuz is
I'm
being
actually mad.
Taura's being 100% genuine.
Yeah, I know. I'm not talking about Tora, I'm talking about you.
Aha!
I was thinking about this.
This is why, yeah.
I remember I was like, you know, like, oh, like, might have been a nice idea to get, like, someone different on the podcast who we haven't, like, worked with before, like, someone that's, like, less familiar to us, and then I was like, no, this is perfect.
Yeah.
This is perfect. Just because the dynamic, unparalleled. The vibes, perfect.
On the way to the Lord's house,
Mm-hmm.
I imagine Tuz is annoyed at Tor and so like walking a little bit ahead. So at one point, Delphi just wants to go to Tor and go like, "That staff, where did you get it from?"
It was given to me as a gift at my club.
Ah,
It belonged to the guy that runs it, basically. He's really nice. Well, no, he knows a lot, and he's taught me a lot as well. So he gave it to me as like a recognition of the achievement at the time I put in.
sure. Be careful with it.
I always am.
I mean, for your sake, not for others.
Yeah. He sort of slams it down on the cobblestones, and some fiery sparks jump out on the flagstones they're walking on. And just smiles at Delphi, and kind of spinning it in his hand, jogs on to walk in line with Tosia. Bear in mind, I have been an insufferable 16-year-old boy myself in real life, so it's given me plenty of ammunition.
You did it permanently. It's great. Delphi's like 50, so
Yeah.
Delphi's just despairing.
She's like, kids.
kids. Hey, kids.
So
yeah.
she's been pretty busy re-indexing all of those books that were found in the excavation a few months back.
What excavation?
Oh, so there's this collapsed library under a mountain,
Oh.
and
Neat.
some of our scouts picked them up, so there's suddenly 1,000 or something like magical tomes,
Oh, that's amazing.
and she's kind of going through them all. I thought maybe I might see if I can help her,
That would be.
because there's some interesting things there.
Yeah, did we ever find out sort of who the city belonged to?
By us, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
It's all right.
what language were the books in, is what I meant to ask.
Well, they're in all sorts, really. It seems to be a bit of a repository of knowledge. Some are in elemental script, some are common, dwarvish, elvish.
Wow.
Some are even in different, like, draconic.
Oh.
Bit of everything. Have you ever seen a dragon?
I've killed a dragon.
No way.
Delphi was there. Delphi. I like spin around very pointedly, and I'm like, did we not kill a dragon?
Yes, we did kill it.
That is so cool.
It was really cool.
Have you got any like scales or anything?
I'm gonna look at my inventory because I don't think I looted anything.
All of you took the loot collectively.
Yeah.
You have the Praetor idols.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I found these in the Horde. And I reach into my pack and I show you there's a little statue of Praetor carved from tusk, like what looks like to be locked in on tusk. And then there's like almost like a twin-like figure carved from bone. And I'm like, I don't know what this one is, but I thought it looked cool.
Oh, okay, that's really interesting. You can tell it's a little bit disappointed you haven't got like a dragon scale or two or something.
I think Raina picked up a dragon scale.
Yeah, my friend has them. I'll get her to show you.
Okay. Is your friend here?
Yeah, she's in Antaburgh.
Oh, okay.
Well, you'll see her. I mean,
okay, I look forward to meeting this friend.
she's real. Don't say it like that.
Okay.
She's a real person.
Was she like the friends you had when you started at school as well?
She's a snow leopard.
Delphi goes, she is real this time.
Sorry, Anne. Do I recognise either of the figures that she showed me? Just I do have religious knowledge.
You do have religious knowledge. You know what? Give me a religion check. Sure.
Okay.
Please find out who this bone figurine is, because it's been haunting me for a calendar year.
Really?
That was not in the tray.
Oh my god.
16.
16. The ivory one is obviously greater, like really distinctively. The other one, the one that's made of bone, you have no idea. But I think maybe, contrary to Toz, you know your gods really well. This is not a god that exists in this world.
Okay.
You know that with 100% certainty.
That is not a god from this world. That's from somewhere else.
That is weird, but unsurprising.
No wonder a dragon had it in their hoard.
Delphi, you have a weird. We know about. I'm just trying to double check Am's knowledge and Tozi's knowledge.
You know there's something weird about Delphi's magic, but I don't think you would know that it's like semi-divine.
We don't know about the extra dimensional space or anything. Yeah. Okay.
You're like, they're not a wizard, they're not a cleric.
There's some weird stuff going on.
There's some stuff happening.
Yeah, I think I can work enough about this to kind of turn around to Delphi and be like, okay, so this guy isn't a god. And I hold out the little bone figure in my palm. Oh wait, you have detect magic. Duh.
It's not magical, I don't believe.
Oh, okay. Damn.
We checked it when we picked them up.
I think you're right. I just got excited. I'm sorry.
No, but I'll have a look.
Yeah, I just want to give him a name.
Delphi wants to have a look and see if there's any weird knowledge in her brain that happens to explain who this figurine is.
Warlocky stuff.
Roll me just a straight d20.
I mean, I probably roll you a gay d20, but definitely not a straight one.
That was 13 on the dice.
13. You have no idea.
Cool.
One day, Webster, you'll tell me who this is for.
Hee hee.
It's when Webster figures it out.
Yeah.
Not today.
Okay, well, you know.
Yeah, no idea.
Thank you for trying.
Hello, you lovely lot. It's me, it's only Chloe. You know the drill by now. It's break time. Go get a drink, go get a snack, look after yourselves. But in the meantime, you might consider listening to little old me, because I'm here to tell you ways you can support our lovely little podcast. The best way you can support us is by joining our Patreon. For as little as £3 per month, you will get a shout out on the podcast and access to our Patreon-only Discord. Plus, there's a bunch of other tiers on there with much more exciting benefits, like access to our bonus content, our side quest episodes, for example. You can have access to DM notes and character sheets. You can get your own personalized message right here in the middle. Woo! And you can even have the opportunity to play TTRPG with us, with the cast. And we're basically celebrities at this point. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You can find that at patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces. Be sure to check it out. You can even join for free and get updates that way. Of course, if you're not prepared to pay per month, you can always make a one-time donation to our supporter Acast link, which is right there in the episode description. I love you all. Thank you for listening to me. Bye.
We left off with you coming out of the pub with a couple of pieces of information.
Yeah, I relay everything that we learn.
Awesome.
Okay. So,
That guy got a nosebleed.
You've got something about weird dreams, something about the clouds or fighting the clouds or multicoloured clouds, and something about my dear beloved brother, brackets, lying, and the being on the waterboard or something, and something about the lots of stomach bugs going around. Is that correct?
Yes. Now that could be related to potentially not people not actually sleeping, but
could be.
I've never heard of that being particularly a stomach bug. Sometimes.
No, I see my brain, I don't know about you two, my brain goes water, weird magic, something really powerful enough to do this. And I'm looking at that thing on the water over there.
I was thinking just the same thing.
If we're saying there's something in the water, is there... That doesn't make sense. That people would use public utilities to spread enchantments or use large-scale magics on public utilities?
It makes quite a bit of sense, actually.
What?
Yeah, there was a thing in Navrosh, don't worry about it.
Well, now I am worried.
Oh, hey, Liberty.
Hi, I've been here this whole time.
Oh, sorry, I didn't notice you.
She smiles with slightly too sharp teeth.
You have? I didn't see you.
Yeah.
Ah. Well, takes a lot to get past me. Congrats. Morgan, does this seem like the sort of thing that your family would do? Because you're always talking about poisoning and things, and if your brother's involved...
Oh, well, yeah, but I don't think they do it themselves and include them. I don't see what the profit motive for this would be. But...
Infinite waistcoats? Oh, we ruled that out.
Oh, I got it. Maybe, I don't know how the water system works, but maybe, like, you have to filter it to stop the lake magic getting in, and they've stopped bothering to filter it to cut costs. That I could see.
Well, perhaps we need to take this government official business to someone a little bit more official.
What, in this town? Nah.
Well, I meant in terms of we'll continue the bit, continue the ruse. See if we can get in, find some information about whether they're doing that or not.
Oh, we all just made a scene at the ball last night. Tonight. Oh wait, they don't remember that. Maybe.
That is one of the few benefits, is you can be as rude as you want to people at this ball, and no one will remember it.
I was already rude as I wanted to be. It was great. I had a lot of fun.
Well, you can do it again.
But Morgan, we can be ruder.
I could be even ruder.
You didn't know about these not remembering thing last time we was at the ball.
I have said some choice words to several people in the last 2 days.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, you've got
What
to
will
share
you do if it turns out that actually they all remember everything at the end?
They deserve it.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
So if we can talk to your brother at the ball, perhaps we can find out what's going on.
He was at the ball.
No, not the ball.
I'm sorry, Equilibrium.
I'm sorry, bud.
Anything but the ball.
I'm sorry, bud.
I mean, it's probably already going on at this point.
We can rock up fashionably late.
Yeah, it's probably about 10, half 10 by now.
Maybe one of us could go in and get him and bring him out, and then talk to him outside of the ball. Because I haven't shown my face yet, and I don't know. I suppose you weren't there. Do you have a personal name, Equilibrium?
Equilibrium is fine.
Okay. You weren't there, but you know how it is. They made a bit of a fuss when I turned up. But yeah, we could go get him.
Yeah, I kind of want to see that, to be honest.
Okay.
To be fair, having you out in the open at the ball might be a good idea of a way to get him on his own if no one else is going to want to be a part of that conversation.
Oh, yeah, I could do that. But wait, Tosia's not here with her invitation, so we couldn't get in.
Now that is a very good point.
You can probably... you have it... You two have invitations, right? So you two could go and get him.
Yeah.
Does he have to be conscious?
We have to make him conscious again, but...
Understood.
I suppose he doesn't have to be conscious to start with.
Yeah. I mean, Raina can heal people.
I can heal people, yeah, it's all good. Just don't kill him. Or, grievously injure him or anything.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah.
We can try, although I have just learned chain lightning.
Sick, me too.
Maybe keep that one for later.
Same hat.
Raina's like sitting there with her freedom of movement, like, am I the only person that doesn't straight go for destruction?
Morgan is like eyeing Liberty and is like, oh, okay, so you're like a proper magic user, not just like one of them level 5 adventurers. You're like a proper adventurer.
Oh,
Liberty's also kind of purple today.
Serenity, she does not study at all.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're one of those. Okay. Yeah.
What do you mean, one of those?
You know, like a sorcery type.
She means the fun type like us.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't study either.
Oh, you don't?
I study anyway.
Yeah, I was about to say, I get the impression you would just study for the hell of it.
It doesn't help, but it makes me feel better.
Nerd. Liberty sticks her tongue out at you.
Equilibrium definitively does not.
Okay, so shall we... If we go to the ball, and then what, are you guys just gonna hang out outside like weird little lurkers?
Yeah.
I suppose so.
Okay.
I mean, you could get in by infiltrating the musicians or something if you wanted to, but...
That's a good idea. I could do that.
I don't know if it's necessary, because we could save it for next time.
Yeah, let's not complicate matters.
I wouldn't bank on many next times.
Yeah. Or the next plan, if we can't get anything about... I don't know. If it's the thing in the lake, then we're going to have to go fight the lake, and I don't know about that. So let's, see what we can get out of Arthur.
Definitely don't want to fight that thing in the lake without Toz.
Oh no, yeah. We need to go and get Tozia.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's do it.
So you all head towards the Aldridge residence. As you head over, Liberty pulls out the invitation and she goes, oh! And she shows it to the two of you, Morgan and Raina. She's like, oh yeah, I should have mentioned this. So like, when we originally came here, I'm pretty sure our invite said the 23rd. Right, Equilibrium?
Yes.
And if you look at it now, the date has changed so that it's in line with what you guys would perceive to date.
27th.
27th.
Yeah.
What?
Huh.
I said the 26th.
Oh, well,
It's infuriating.
the 26th, yeah.
Yeah, but that was yesterday.
It's weird, right?
Wait, so this still says the date from yesterday?
No, it says
It would be the
date-
27th.
The 27th, yeah.
The text is in cahoots with something.
So that affected even stuff that was leaving the city.
Yeah, because we got the invite.
Because it must have taken at least a day or so for... Oh, I suppose we weren't that far away.
No, we weren't.
But it had to go to Bastet first. She sent it on. It would have taken at least a day. Yeah.
Huh. Well... Yeah, this is all very weird and quite disturbing, to be honest. I think we should get a move on.
Let's go.
It's almost like chronomancy and enchantment in the same spell.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Equilibrium, you've been casting Identify, right?
Yes,
What have you been casting it on? Have you found anything?
I cast it on a piece of the dock where Raina wrote the sad symbols. I cast it on the bar tables. I tried to cast it on Gary, but he didn't like my hand on his shoulder for more than 5 minutes.
That's so weird. Awesome. I'm just trying to remember what Identify does.
I have it pulled up.
Awesome.
It identifies any
Naturally.
spells affecting the target.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So you can't see any specific spells that are affecting anything, but you can tell that everything that you touched had the sort of the same two like layered effects on it. It has some kind of chronomancy and some kind of enchantment as well. Yeah, in fact, I will say that it's not an exact copy, but you can tell that there's something akin to modify memory in effect.
I relay that information.
Okay. Well, that would make sense.
Also, that table was made of a very nice cedar.
Oh.
Oh, nice. Must be imported. I don't think they grow cedar around here.
And this invitation remains infuriating.
Yeah, that is weird.
There is no specific spell in effect, but memories are being modified, and objects are also being moved back and forth in time.
Yeah, there's some serious time weirdery.
I wonder if we could dispel it on one person. Well, I'll try dispelling it on Arthur, I guess.
That's a good idea. Unless he's in on it.
Not that I want him around as an ally, but you know.
One of the bar patrons seemed to nosebleed a bit while being questioned.
That was when I was asking him how long he'd been having the dreams for. He couldn't remember.
Dreams could be a side effect?
Could be.
I wish he'd let me leave my hand on his shoulder for 10 minutes.
So do I.
You could do it to Arthur, probably. Knock him out, do identify him for 10 minutes, and we wake him up.
That is true.
I'm not averse to that.
Let's go do that then.
Which one is he? What does he look like?
Arthur, I can't remember what we said he looked like. He's a tiefling.
I've put him as magenta in my colour chart.
Hilarious. Yes, this is the eldest sibling, Arthur Prosperity Aldridge. And then I also have a sister, Ethel Security Aldridge, and then the other sibling is Diane Harmony, who's not in town. And Morgan is the babyest.
The baby. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go beat up my older brother.
We won't resort to violence, unless it's necessary.
Or fun.
Preferably not, yes. Oh, question. Liberty, your invitation, our invitation, the one that Toz got, said Toz and 3 guests. Has yours got guests on it?
No, but
Oh,
it might not because of, well, Toz is probably more.
Whoa. No, I'll just want to check.
I used prestidigitation to put the writing and 2 guests on the invitation.
Ooh, can you roll a d20 for me?
Intriguing.
Not
5.
concerning at all.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Yeah, you can change it to say plus 2 guests.
Do I feel anything odd?
No.
Okay.
It's just for Ellie's knowledge. It's fine.
Okay, so are you all gonna head into the ball then?
I think Morgan's going to want to wait outside. Sorry.
That's all right. I'll go in.
I cast
Okay.
prestidigitation again to change it to plus 1 guess.
Just burning through these spell slots. Oh no,
It's a cantrip.
That's fine. Thank goodness. Everyone, bar Morgan, heads into the ball, and then Raina and Equilibrium, I suppose, it is how you remember it. So you are coming into this ball a few hours late.
Cringe.
Deeply cringe for Equilibrium. Yeah, you can see it's not a particularly fun sight. There's some music playing, but the band looks very bored, and you can see that there's obviously none of the locks are here, and you can spot pretty quickly at the top of the stairs there is a magenta tiefling who has the same sort of chin as Morgan, but aside from that couldn't be more different, barely look like they're related.
I think that's him.
Looks that way.
What would you guys like to do?
Can I make my way gradually with the others, just slowly around the ball, looking like we're milling around until I'm close enough to him to kind of accidentally on purpose jostle into him?
You generally get a few sort of weird stares.
I've got a fancy waistcoat on.
I'm blending in.
I know you've got a fancy waistcoat on, but I don't know. I feel like that's kind of you've turned up like 2 hours late, and you're just sort of weirdly walking around the edge of the room. So I feel like it's kind of slightly weird behaviour.
Yeah, but we're like chatting and you know, milling about.
Mingling.
Yeah.
I feel like Liberty immediately goes to the snack table, abandons quest. So it's just the two of you.
You know what? So would I.
Yeah, you eventually jostle into Arthur Prosperity.
Can I pick his pockets?
Oh my god. Roll sleight of hand, and I will get him to roll a contested.
Oh gosh. 24.
Holy moly. Holy cannoli. And he got a 12.
Hey.
So, yes, you managed to pick his pockets. In his pockets, you have a nice embroidered handkerchief, 40 gold,
Whew.
and a very lovely golden pocket watch.
A pocket watch, you say? Interesting. As I sort of jostle into him, I'll turn around and just be like, "Oh, I am so sorry, sir."
Excuse me?
Oh, allow me. And just like, I start like brushing him off as if I've got dirt on him and stuff.
Oh my god, you are like Oliver Twist.
Uh-huh.
What is
Shameless.
going on? Shameless? There's no need for that.
Oh, my apologies. Well, my name's Raina, by the way. Very nice to meet you.
Yes, I'm sure.
I'm Equilibrium.
This is my friend.
Oh, Equilibrium Brightwater.
Indeed.
Interesting. I didn't expect you to come.
I didn't expect to be here.
Well, it's been... I should probably get back to my guests.
I just sort of like tug on his arm a little bit. Just I'm gonna touch him at any moment that I can, just to weird him out. Just like,
oh yeah, that is weird.
Tug on his arm a bit, and I'm just like, hey, you look a little bit familiar. He's like,
Not too familiar.
Well.
Have we met before?
No, I don't believe so. I believe I would remember you.
Do I know any of your relatives, maybe?
You might be familiar with one of my parents, perhaps. I mean, I could introduce you to them, or to maybe one of my siblings.
Oh, wait.
I believe that...
It's Aldridge, isn't it?
Yes, that is right. Maybe you know Security. She's a politician.
Oh, no, I know Serenity.
That makes sense. Well, what are you doing here then? Are you friends with Equilibrium and with Serenity, and she's presumably not in the city?
Otherwise engaged, unfortunately. She sent me instead. Right.
Well, I don't believe that she was invited in the first place, so I guess we don't need the spot to be filled. If you've got other things to do, other places to be, I'm sure we can carry on just fine.
Please do excuse my guest, sir. We do have an urgent matter to discuss outside, if you would join us.
Ugh, what's so urgent that you can't wait until after a ball, eh?
Something that I cannot discuss where ears can hear. He looks around.
Okay, roll me a persuasion check.
I would say, can I give him advantage, but I don't think I'm helping.
I think you're bringing a flute out to...
May I roll deception?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Wait, why are you rolling deception? What you lying about?
Huh?
Having an urgent matter to discuss.
I mean, I guess I do have an urgent matter to discuss.
Yeah, I was
but
gonna say...
We're really taking him to see his sister, so...
Okay.
But either way, if it's persuasion, that's a 23. If it's deception, then it's a 27.
Okay, well, both of those are fine. He sort of furrows his brow a little and he says, yes, well, I'd really rather not leave if at all possible, but if it's urgent, I suppose I can spare 5 minutes.
It should not take long, and I promise you by tomorrow no one will have noticed that you left the party in the first place.
Well, I don't know if that's true, but... all right then. If it's that urgent, come on, let's get this over with. Your sister's not going to be around, is she?
My sister?
As he says that, Liberty pops up from behind him, puts her face really close to his ear and just goes, "Hi!" And he goes, "Oh!"
Liberty is always around.
Raina nods approvingly.
And he sort of jumps and his, like, cute little champagne flute that he was holding sort of sloshes champagne everywhere.
I'd press to digitation, clean his waistcoat.
Nice. As you do that, Liberty goes, "Oh no, you spilled it!" And then just kind of takes it from him and downs the rest of it.
Raina's eyes are widening as she's kind of internally going, and I thought I was over the top here.
Shall we go outside?
After you.
Alright, so you all head out. Arthur sort of adjusting his fancy waistcoat, which obviously is like, you know...
Fancier than mine.
Fancier than yours, and it's like in a really appropriate colour, you know? He's not doing anything clashing.
It's the official title of the style, fancier than yours.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Fancier
the
than
brand.
mine.
Fancier than yours. As you kind of walk out, Morgan, are you hiding? What are you doing?
Morgan is gonna step up from behind him out of nowhere and put her arm around his shoulders and go, "So, tell me about the water."
The minute this happens, I'm gonna, like, slip out a dagger and hide it in my sleeve because I'm like, oh no, Morgan's out for blood, okay.
Yeah, I think, like, just on pure instinct, he's gonna, I guess, sort of, I don't want to say, like, grapple you, because I think that's a bit too strong, but I think he's gonna almost try and evade you, which I'm...
But understandable.
Yeah, would be, like, I guess maybe a contested grapple check.
Well, I've got a dex of +4, if that helps.
That is not what grappling is, it's strength, isn't it?
No, but you could evade, can't you get out of a grapple through twistiness? Acrobatics.
You can, but you can't initiate the grapple with acrobatics, I don't think.
But I think you could escape it with acrobatics.
Aren't you the one doing the grapple, though?
Yeah, you're the one doing...
Oh, yeah, right, I'm doing the grappling, of course.
I'll double check, but that's what I think it is.
Oh, I rolled a 2, so no, I don't succeed.
I was gonna say he rolled a nat 20, so I think...
The man of them.
I think he, like, on instinct, grabs your arm and, like, with surprising strength, kind of, like, twists it behind your back before he kind of looks at you, registers who you are, and goes, "Serenity, what are you doing
If he's
here?"
twisting her arm, he's got a knife on his throat.
Oh.
Immediately. I'd be very careful how you treat my friends.
Yes, just wanted to ask about the water.
Well, could you not sneak up on me then? What is it with you lot and sneaking up on people?
Or let go.
Well, I could have made a scene in the ballroom.
He lets go of Morgan's hand.
And I'll pull the knife away.
I do believe Serenity is showing an admirable amount of restraint considering the situation in which we find ourselves.
Yes, I don't know how much time we have. I cannot remember you know the time, don't you? Equilibrium, what's the time?
I do not know the time.
Oh no! It's coming on to 11 now.
We don't have long.
Okay.
I don't know what time means right now, and I'm not happy about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. The water. What's going on with the water?
What do you mean, what's going on with the water?
Where are we getting our water from at the moment? Drinking water. Have you done anything different lately? Have you changed it?
No, it's from the estuary, as it always is.
Yeah, but have you changed how you're filtering it?
No, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Aren't you on the water board?
Yes, but I don't know the ins and outs of the engineering. Look, we've not done anything different.
Have you noticed anything weird happening lately?
What's it to you anyway?
I have reason to believe that you are under some sort of magical effects, and I think that the water is the culprit. Possibly. Maybe. It's a hypothesis. We're in the data collection stage.
Data.
Right. You can't just throw around big words like data collection and think that that's sufficient. You've got to explain what you're talking about.
Hey, what's the date today?
It's the 27th.
What date's the ball?
The 27th, obviously.
And all of your invitations said that?
Yes.
Funny.
What do you mean, funny?
I'd double check them if I were you.
I want to try something, and I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on him.
Deck of Many Aces is Am Chisholm, Eiriol Evans, Ellie Webster, Katie McLeod, and me, Chloe Elliott. Really big thanks to our patrons Nate Scott Jones, Ouroboros, EK Green, Space Ben, Callum D, Ebad, KP, and Steph Burke Stelia. Head to patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces to hear your name in that list of legends and check out the bonus content that we offer. Alternatively, you can go to supporter.acast.com/Deck of Many Aces with dashes between the words for one-time donations. If you enjoy our podcast, please do give us a review. It's incredibly helpful for growing podcasts like ours, and we read them all, and it makes us really happy. You can leave us a review on the podcast platform of your choice, or alternatively on Podchaser. You can follow us on social media at Deck of Many Aces, pretty much everywhere. Or if you want to get in contact with us by email, you can send an email to deckofmanyaces@gmail.com. All the music for this podcast is written by me, Chloe Elliott. You can find it on all music streaming platforms. The entire thing is on SoundCloud though, so there's your tip. Go there for all of the secrets. And if you want to find us in other places on the internet, you can find myself and Am on our sister podcast, A Rendezvous with Destiny. You can also find me on Bowies and Spelljammer, which airs on the Roleplay Factory on YouTube. And to find out what creative things that Ellie is up to, head to the episode description to sign up for their mailing list. Well, that's me signing off. Have an ace week. Bye!